Yo, what is up guys, and welcome in another Truck DR video. Today the big man has blessed us with another build regarding the whip physics, and as you can tell boys, we've got a super big improvement. This is not my first time running this build. I did do a quick test before starting it because I wanted to figure out the new way to control the new style of whipping. So I didn't want to pretty much bore you guys with the whole process of me figuring out how the new inputs work. As always, you will find in the changelog down in the description all the work that has been done on this current build. And let me tell you boys, so far we have gone another huge step in the right direction. They're starting to feel better and better each update. As you can see, more fluid. We don't have the excess roll on the return anymore. There's also been some work done. There's also been some work done on the front end regarding the ruts and the banking and stuff like that. The way it handles them has been refined a little bit more, which you could probably tell by the gameplay. It's feeling a little bit more precise and not as janky as before. But the whips, boys, are the biggest improvement so far, and I can tell you guys that I'm really happy about this new whipping system, and I'm gonna try and show you guys in a little bit. I decided to start a video off today with CHANGELOG because this has the biggest jumps so far in the game, and I wanted to learn the basics on pretty much the easiest track I have for the whips. And as you can see, they're looking sick, boy. Also the front end, I'm liking it a lot more. We reached quite a good spot in the front end right now, and this update made it even better. But oh Jesus, man, these whips are looking sick, boy. But yeah, after this track we're gonna spin a couple of laps on the usual Portugal track because I wanna see how this game handles a little bit smaller jumps and see if these new physics actually transfer well to smaller jumps, which is crucial because pretty much we are not gonna have all the tracks on this scale like Sandville Max, because this is almost fifth wide everywhere on a 450, which is quite unrealistic. So yeah, I decided to start here because, as I said before, it's the easiest track to learn the new movement that you have to do with the sticks. But I'm actually really enjoying the big jumps right now. And also one other thing that seems to be fixed is the constant wheeling when you're on traction, because as you can see right now, when we land on the throttle and we give full gas, the bike actually moves forward and doesn't tend to wheelie uncontrollably anymore, which is another super good fix. Good job by the big man. Also the scrubs are feeling quite good right now. You have to move both sticks of the rider in the same direction to actually throw the bike down as you would in real life. You would approach the ramp, and then as you can see, you can scrub in this case, or you can throw the whip. The only complaint that I could say right now, which is not even a super big deal, is the steering in the air. How can I say it? Like, the whip is good, but this still controls the yaw axis of the bike, which I don't know how to say it, to be honest, because I would like to have more freedom of turning the handlebar in whichever direction that I want without affecting the yaw of the bike too much. So yeah, I might try. I might be wrong because yeah, this is like my second time, but as you can see, I am trying to whip it and the bike just stops the rotation. But yeah, this is like super small complaint because as you can see, the whips are looking super good and they feel so connected. After you leave the ramp, there is no pause in between like I used to feel before, where it felt like you went from ground physics to air physics and it took like a little bit to transfer, and it felt like the game was like, you know, wait a second, I'm transferring to the whip physics. And yeah, that's another very good fix by the big man, which is super appreciated. The game right now is starting to feel so good, boys. As you can see, you can get you can get pretty big. I pretty much went on the opposite way. You can scrub as well, but yeah. Only complaint is the steering, like the direction of the handlebars. Sorry, not the steering. But yeah, that's a very small complaint. This is the first implementation. It took Gallo quite some time. I remember our conversation a couple of days ago, and he said that this could have been a little bit more complicated than it might have seemed at first. But as always, he's a genius, and he delivered once again. So super happy with it, boys. Can't wait for you guys to try it. The scrubbing is looking and feeling amazing. You pretty much roll both sticks in the same direction, and then you switch the rider stick after you leave the takeoff like this. And yeah, boys, we're going to switch to washable, a couple of smaller jumps, and then we will see what happens. Yeah, to be honest, these new fixes at the front end, I can actually really feel them a lot more on washable right now. Feels a lot more precise to hit the bankings on the corners. So yeah, I felt it on Sandville, but on Sandville I don't really have many slower sections where you actually need to be more precise with the steering. And yeah, boys, yeah, as you can see, we can actually whip them in a little bit of a more realistic scale of jumps, so that's very good. We're gonna try on the big jump right here, where all the big guys throw them whips IRL. And yeah, oh yeah, that's my controller still being broken. I'm sorry, boys. I know I promised I was going to buy a new controller, but I haven't gotten around of doing that. I will in the future when I have money, so don't worry about that, boys. In the meantime, you're just gonna have to be patient when I'm turning left, so no big deal though. We're still not racing, so right now I'm quite safe. I'm definitely gonna have to upgrade when we're gonna start racing on track day. Yeah, nice scrubbing. Dude, the scrubbing actually feels very good, very intuitive. It does what it's supposed to. Like, one of my biggest not issues, I don't really know how to tell it, but one of my biggest like the thing that I wanted to have the most in this game is the pretty much what your brain thinks he wants to do and what the game actually does, like that connection. And I felt like we didn't really have we didn't really have a big connection before, and I feel like we're actually achieving that with this new update. Like, the bike and the rider are actually doing what you think they should do when you're applying the inputs and stuff like that, which is something that was kind of missing before, and it really changes like the entire gameplay that we have right now. Because not that the gameplay that we had before was bad, I'm not saying that, it was actually super good. We've came a long way in such a short period of time, because I remember I joined this dev team like last year, pretty much, almost a little bit more than a year ago, and I remember where we started, and in such a short amount of time we reached we reached an unbelievable like level of gameplay in just a short period of time, which is super sick. So pretty much right now what we are actually looking to find is the smaller details that connect everything together, and I'm super pleased with the results, man. As you can see, you can send it pretty big, and of course this is just a first build. It's not a definitive implementation of the whipping system, of course, but for a start, this is amazing, boys. Trust me, this feels so good to play on, and yeah, as you can see, you can get pretty big on them. I'm gonna have to try and turn the handlebar on the other direction and see if it does what I think it does, or if we need to work on that a little bit more. So we're gonna cut the track right quick and test on these couple of jumps, because I wanna have the almost absolute freedom to turn the handlebar whatever way I want. And for some reason it looks like you can do that, and it might be my technique that is wrong right now. But I'm trying to look for the yaw axis of the bike. If it does something strange. Yeah, it takes a little bit to get used to on the sticks, of course. A little bit of a transfer. Don't try this at home, kids. Oh, I forgot that I put collision on the SpongeBob's. Yeah, looks like you can do that. Doesn't really slow the whip down, so I might... Yeah, it looks like you can do that, but... it kinda does affect the yaw still a little bit in the air, but I think that's supposed to happen, otherwise you could not bring the whip back. But yeah, boys, I think this is going to be all for today. Just a quick little video to show you guys the latest build that the big man has provided us. What can I say? This I was not expecting such a huge change in such a short period of time, especially on the whipping side of things, because it's something that might look easy on the outside, but trust me, to get it right, it's so hard. And yeah, big props to the big man. This is all for today, boys. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I hope you subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content. This is all from your boy. I hope you have a great day, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.